Saturday Night Dynamite did not disappoint as AEW presented a stacked card main evented by Bryan Danielson against Bobby Fish. We also saw Malachi Black in action, as well as the Super Click taking on the Dark Order. Andrade brought his friends for a AAA tag title match against the Lucha Bros. So lots happening, so let's get straight into it with Malachi Black versus Dante Martin. Black dominated the early stages before Martin tried to lock in a headlock. Black in turn went for Dante Martin, but he was too quick. Before Black managed to hit a powerbomb, which he transitioned into a single leg grab. Dante Martin still had fight left in him before Black honed on Martin's side, trying to ground him with repeated strikes. Dante then rolled Malachi Black up for a 2 count and then hit a poison rana. Back in the ring, Dante went for a double moonsault but couldn't connect. Martin and Black traded strikes before Black hit a Meteora following a German suplex. Dante was soon back on top, connecting with a moonsault. However, Black managed to get Black Mass and pinned him to pick up the victory. I'm going with a 7 out of 10. Really fun match to start with, and Malachi Black's just booking is insane so far. Before Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus were backstage on Dynamite with Schiavone, Kenny Omega and Adam Cole interrupted the interview as the Young Bucks blindsided Jungle Boy with a double super kick. The Elite then took out Luchasaurus and left him laying. Before Santana took the mic as the Inner Circle came down to the ring and thanked the fans for showing up 2 nights in a row. His promo was then cut off by Dan Lambert, who came out accompanied by Men of the Year. Jericho took the mic and took a shot at Paige Van Arn. Jericho added that with Inner Circle ringing nice again, there would be no more 5-on-1 beatdown. Dan Lambert replied to replied and said that he was coming after the gold. Scorpio Sky then took the mic and said that he'd already pinned Jericho. Sonny replied that he was TNT champion and he would see them next week. Interesting, yeah, this was a good promo, and the TNT title match should be great next week. Lucha Bros were then in action against La Superrana, who in turned out to be FTR. Cash Wheeler had Phoenix in a side lock and soon tagged Harwood in early on. Harwood laid in for Phoenix with double chocks. FTR then double teamed Phoenix and tossed him out of the ring before Ray then bounced off Penta's shoulder and off the top rope into FTR. The Lucha Bros then made a double cover on Cash and Dax before firing out with simultaneous drives. Penta then hit Cash Wheeler with a super kick out to ringside. Meanwhile inside the ring it was Phoenix versus Dax. Ray took out Harwood with a super kick and Tully Blanchard came out and distracted the ref. Phoenix then went for a moonsault, but Dax hit him with the AAA title about mid-A, followed up with a brainbuster, and FTR, the new champs, did not see this coming at all, so I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, just because of Andrade's associates coming in. To be honest, it didn't make a whole lot of sense, but FTR was about, it's good to see them finally doing something, so yeah, I'll give it a pass. Rush was then backstage with Dante Martin on Dynamite as they were interviewed by Tony Schiavone. Rush said that Martin had come up short tonight and it was his own fault, adding that this would be part of his growing pains in AEW. However, Rush did say that he planned to be Martin's tag partner before he got John Moxie versus Wheeler Yuta. Made short work of him. He was in a foul mood, taking down a clothesline early on, then hit a vertical suplex and a paradigm shift. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Great for Moxley, he looked dominant here. But yeah, Wheeler Yuta, I've been quite invested in him, so it's a shame to see him getting probably squashed by this. So hopefully he can come back stronger. But yeah, kind of a bit iffy here. Before Serena Deeb said it was only a matter of time before she had to drag the rest of the women's division up to her level. Deeb said that she had been keeping an eye on the division and said that she was going to win the title. Before we got the Super Click versus Eva Uno, John Silver and Alex Reynolds. Cole hit a super kick early on to the back in ringside. He shoved the Dark Order member back into the ring, where they isolated John Silver in the corner. Silver tried to fight his way out, but failed to do so. John tried to fight back by hitting Matt Jackson with chops across the chest, but had his eyes right. Adam Cole tagged in and hit Silver with a snap suplex. The Dark Order member fought back with a double suplex to the Young Bucks. He then made the tag to Uno. Uno then took a sock and locked in his version of the mandible claw on Nick Jackson. Adam Cole broke it up before the Young Bucks took out Silver and Reynolds at ringside. Back in the ring, Cole hit Reynolds with a Panama suplex. The Young Bucks then hit a BTE trigger as Cole followed it up with the shots to get out the win. Jungle Boy ran out as soon as the match finished and he was looking to get some revenge. It looked like Super Click would outgun him, but he grabbed a steel chair and retreated, leaving only Brandon Cutler in the ring. Jungle Boy hit a snare track on him, and yeah, ended the segment on top. I'm going to give this 7 out of 10. On the whole, it was a really, really fun match. Jungle Boy was coming out at the end was good. So yeah, this was good. Next up, Arn Anderson was with Cody Rhodes in a pre-tape segment. They drove up to the Nightmare Factory where they were greeted by members of the crew. Cody was admonished for being late again before we cut to his in-ring work, which was criticised. Poor guy, to be honest. before MJF was out for a scheduled match against Darby Allin, he called Darby for not showing up and called him a gutless coward. MJF then pretended to be shocked that Allin was attacked last week, but added it was still unprofessional for him not to show up. Wardlow then dragged Rice Renberg to the ring, and he started the 10 count before Sting came out. The Pinnacle leader was clearly in no mood to take on Sting, and he ran out of the arena. This was a good segment, to be honest. MJF promo was good, and always great to see Sting. Next up on Dynamite, it was Kiera Hogan versus Penelope Ford. Ford to single control. She followed it up by sending Hogan neck first into the top rope and followed it up with a snap suplex. Ford then headed to the top rope, but Hogan cut her off with a superplex. Kiera and Ford then went back and forth before Penelope Ford hit back with a stunner. She followed up with a handspring cutter before knocking in the Muta Lock, forcing Kiera Hogan to tap out. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It was an okay match, nothing special, before Ruby Soho ran down to the ring and took out Penelope Ford. Revenge for her striking role with Brass Knucks on Rampage last week. This was, on the whole, it was okay, nothing special, but it was fine. Miro then addressed his loss to Sammy Guevara. He asked his god why he had lost and he had been godforsaken. Miro said that he was done playing and added that everyone else would feel his pain. Before Hangman Page was out next and said he wanted to take over the AEW world. Page also commented that he said that he would be the first AEW world champion. He failed to do so, losing confidence. Hangman added that fans had stuck flying throughout. He then addressed the last few months of his career, saying that he had gone back home in the middle of his hottest run for the birth of his child. Hangman said he had returned last week to earn a title shot. He continued by saying that if he didn't leave Full Gear, he didn't know if he'd still believe in himself. Hangman promised he'd give everything at Full Gear and try his best to leave as world champion. This was a great promo. Hangman Page is just the absolute best man. Before we got Bryan Danielson versus Bobby Fish. Danielson went for a quick submission held early on, but Fish fought back and Danielson dumped him out of the ring. Fish then went for Danielson's leg, trying to ground him, sending it crashing into the ring post. Before Fish was in complete control, still going after Danielson's leg. He then knocked in a half Boston Crab before Danielson hit a German suplex. It was now Bryan's turn to drive Fish's leg. Both men were on the top turnbuckles. Fish went for an avalanche Falcon Arrow. Danielson hit back by almost looking in a heel hook, forcing Fish to tap out almost immediately. This was a really fun match. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Obviously it was expatiated because everything that happened yesterday, but on the whole this was really, really enjoyable. Overall this week, Dynamite gets a 7 out of 10 from me. To be honest, it was a close run thing between a 6 and a 7 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It wasn't the greatest episode of Dynamite I've ever seen. There were lots of flaws in this show, but on the whole, it was still a really, really quality show that I enjoyed very greatly. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Remember your thoughts, comments down below. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out!